Welcome back, Wildcats, to Fall Semester 2020. I know this semester will feel different, but with patience, creativity, and thoughtful action, I know that we can pave a new path for student organizations. I'm Mary Lisa Wood, your Student Organization Financial Coordinator here at Chico State. I am here to help make sure that your club is financially successful. This training will cover the need-to-know essentials of accessing and managing your club's on-campus financial account. We will review university-specific guidelines, some financial best practices when managing a group bank account, and providing you with some helpful resources to get the most out of every cent. Last things first. After you've completed this training and all the required recognition steps through Wildcat Sync, you will want to make sure to fill out the digital agreement form. This form notes which student officers will have access to your financial account. You can't spend money without it.
Transparency when managing a financial account for a group is essential. It is the easiest way to build trust within your organization. This means giving regular financial updates on your account status at meetings, present all expenses to the group as a whole, and ensure you have majority approval for any spending. When functioning remotely, there are some great free online tools to help gather votes and responses, such as SurveyMonkey or Doodle. We don't want you to have to spend money out of your own pocket for club expenses, but sometimes it may seem easiest. Make sure to keep all receipts in a safe place throughout the semester. Any reimbursement request must be accompanied with an itemized receipt showing proof of purchase. I know that lost receipts or vendor printing issues do happen. If you're unable to obtain a receipt, please reach out to me and we can work through other means to ensure that you get your reimbursement. Now, you might be asking yourself, what the pup is a budget? Having a clear outline of what your club's goals are is essential to identifying what your financial needs are. This pie chart shows an example of expenses you may see your club having in the upcoming year. Start by asking yourself, how much money do we need to support our goals? What do we typically spend money on? Where is the funding going to come from? Dues? Fundraisers? Individual donors? As you begin to answer these questions, you can start to formulate a budget for your specific club needs. Another important aspect of budgeting is keeping an up-to-date ledger of all the expenses and deposits. Take a look at the example here. This is a simple way to outline money going in and out of your club account. Having a column for the initials or name of the officer responsible for the transaction is a helpful tool for group-managed accounts when questions and discrepancies arrive. You can also always reach out to me, your financial coordinator, for an updated balance and transaction report, but it is good to keep your own current and ongoing records as well. Now, it may seem obvious, but it is important for you to know and understand that student organization funding cannot be used to purchase or reimburse for things such as alcohol, tobacco, drugs, or weapons. Remember, by being an official organization of the university, your financial responsibility directly impacts Chico State. Any purchases or reimbursements must start with a request. These forms can be found on Wildcat Sync and the Student Clubs and Organizations Financial Services webpage. Make sure to include all required details and supporting documents. This may include scanned receipts, an invoice, student ID numbers, and current mailing addresses. Not providing all necessary supporting information can lead to a delay in transactions, so please make sure you have all necessary information with you before submitting your request. Now let's get to spending money on the fun stuff. The university requires that all services be paid directly from your account. This means no reimbursements for things custom created for your club, such as, but not limited to, t-shirts, hats, catered food, and banners. I have a credit card, or a P card, tied to your club account, and I am happy to make purchases for you. This also keeps you from feeling any financial burden of having to pay out of your own pocket and wait for a reimbursement. Not sure if an expense would be considered a service? Reach out and we can discuss the best way to move forward.
The number one expense for student clubs is custom apparel like t-shirts, hats, stickers, and banners. When designing a logo, feel free to use or draw inspiration from the university's various designs, with the exception of the athletic cat. You can also create one all your own. Any design you create must be pre-approved by myself or the Creative Services Department on campus before purchasing. Go ahead and email it over.
During this virtual semester, majority of reimbursements will come in the form of a check that can either be mailed to you directly or made available for pickup on campus. Some exceptions may be made for cash reimbursements if you are living in Chico, but must be coordinated with the cashiering office via the financial coordinator. Please note that the university has restricted all non-essential school-related travel and will not be reimbursing for any travel-specific expenses at this time unless approved by the university president.
In this current time, collecting money for things like dues can be difficult when we may not all be living so close. I've gone ahead and made it easy. Each club has an online deposit portal. You can find this link in the description below on the Student Clubs and Orgs webpage and on Wildcat Sync. Please make note that this platform is for deposits only of dues and other things. It is not for donations. Those still must be sent to University Foundation so that your donor can receive a tax-valid receipt for their gift. You might be wondering, what if our club has an off-campus bank account? Per CSU guidelines, that's okay, as long as you fit into one of the two following categories. You are a nationally affiliated organization or a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If this sounds like you, please make sure to submit a banking exemption approval request form. This is required annually or when any of your officers change roles, leave a club, or graduate.
Thank you so much for taking the time to learn the requirements for being a financially active student organization this semester. Remember, you cannot activate your club account until you have submitted the agreement form. If you have any questions, I am always happy to help. Myself and Student Life and Leadership have set up Zoom drop-in meetings in the coming weeks specifically for club-related questions and just to say hello. I'm really looking forward to working with you and making this a fun and successful year.